Hi, this is Puffy. Welcome to Puffy Love. So I said I'd do a video on Andrew Tate sooner or later, and I guess this is sooner or later. Before we get started, a little housekeeping. Everybody follow, like, subscribe. When you come to Vegas, hit me up. I'll have the hookup on everything. And hopefully we get this going. We got 5,000 down, and we only need 995,000 to go. All right, guys. Andrew Tate. It's going to be a little bit different than most people take on him. I have no opinion on, like I said in the past, I'm not political. I do not get into anything on the news. If you want to know what party I follow, I don't follow any, and I do not vote. But if you don't vote, how you complain? I don't complain. My problems in my life is mine, and I will solve them. So, just to let you guys know, I do not vote. I do not talk about politics. I do not get involved with the news. I do not belong to any and never will belong to any organization, quasi-political or political, quasi-controversial or controversial. I do not do any of those things. That's why I've waited so long to talk about Andrew Tate, and this is my thought on him. Do I agree with everything he says? No, but I don't agree with everything I say. I assure you, and when I get big, someone's going to pull something up I said 10 years ago, and I'm probably going to change my mind on that. So, Andrew Tate. I think he's a very smart man. Anybody that can go from being a kickboxer and a chess champion to owning casinos, that takes a lot of brains. He's well-spoken, and the one thing about him that people must understand, him and Kevin Samuels, and I found a lot of people in the comment don't know who he is, which I find fascinating. They said things that people would consider not politically correct. And they also said it raw with no Vaseline. I speak that way off camera. On camera, I am very aware of my surroundings. But off camera, I promise you, I am off the cuff. And I believe in no Vaseline. That's how I was raised. I think he's a smart man. I think he's accomplished much. I think now that he has to know that there's always someone above you, he will be more aware of what he says in public or when he thinks someone's around or can hear him. Will his beliefs change? Absolutely not. That man is core. I know core when I see it because I've been around him my whole life. But he will say more mainstream things because he knows he's got things to lose. About 4 or 5 months ago, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock on television. And the reason why Chris Rock didn't respond was because he was scared of Will Smith. It's because he knows that he had empire to protect. I think I read once he was worth $200 million, which sounds about right. And so a person with that kind of money and power has people's employees to think of. And I always say, it's one thing to feed your children. It's a whole nother thing to feed another man's children or another woman. And my grandfather used to say, when he was a successful businessman, he said, the last person that gets fed is me. First, my employees and their kids, then my kids, then my wife. And if there's anything left over, then I get something to eat. If you have that kind of mindset, you'll be a success in life because I like to eat. Andrew Tate, if you listen to his videos, he has some pretty cool, like he's passed away. He has some very interesting things that he says that I agree with, and I'm not going to tell you, so never ask. Do I disagree with some of the things he says? Of course. Like I said before, I disagree with what everybody says on some level. I don't 100% agree with anything. But overall, he has some good points. My point is, I think there are a lot of people out there with opinions of the man because they've heard snippets that triggered them. But before you have an opinion with anyone, you should at least listen to what he says. And if you agree with 51% of him or 49% of him, that's good. Because nobody you should agree with 100%. I know you guys are expecting me to come down really hard for him or really hard against him. It's not that kind of channel. I think people should listen to his stuff at least 2 hours before you come up with any kind of opinion with anybody. And I don't know how old some of those clips were, but I promise you this, I am 48 years old. The things I said when I was 38, I probably don't agree with now. 28, definitely don't agree with now. And 18, I don't even remember. So everyone, try to judge people for who they are now, not for what they said in the past. This is Puffy, Vegas baby. 1 million followers on YouTube before I turn 50. I love you all. Peace!